So today I want to give you guys 7 strategies to stop procrastinating, to get unstuck, and to stay focused and on task. So let's jump right into it. Hey guys, so I want to pinpoint out that I noticed after the video was uploaded that there were some sort of delay in the audio and some of the words I am speaking, so I do want to apologize for that. If you guys can just bear with me throughout this video, and I just want you guys to take away the content, less of the quality of the video. Many of us pull off some things that we want or need to do, not because we don't want or need to do it, because we already know procrastination is not in our best interest. We just don't have the motivation to actually do it, okay? So it's not to say that procrastination is something that you feel like whatever it is that you have to do is not important. No, it can be important. It's just that we don't have the motivation or the energy to kind of get started, or not necessarily get started, but to continue. So the first strategy to help you stop procrastinating, to get unstuck, and to stay focused is to know and to understand any progress is progress. It does not matter if you went from point A to point B. That's progress. Just because someone can make it to point A to point D does not mean that whatever your progress is isn't progress. Just know and to understand that whatever small things that you are making is progress, and you should celebrate those. Learn how to celebrate your small accomplishment. If you are learning to celebrate the small accomplishment, then when it comes to the big stuff, you already know what to do. But you cannot wait until you make a big accomplishment to celebrate yourself. No, start off small. If you made it to point A to point B and it took you such amount of time, celebrate that. Any progress is progress. Okay, so the second strategy, and this may seem so simple, because it is, but it's the most hardest thing ever to do, especially if you're the type to like to procrastinate, is to just start. Just start. Once you start a task, in the beginning, it may seem like the hardest thing ever, but once you start it, sometimes you're going to realize it's not as bad as it seems. It's not. We only put ourselves through trouble because there's some sort of fear in it. But once you realize, once you get started, it's not as bad as it seems. So once you start that, and once you take that first step, you get the ball rolling. And you're like, okay, it's not as bad. So now you make another goal. Now you're making another goal. Now here you go. You went from A to B, so now you're at A to F. But you would never know that if you have not yet started. So just start, because 9 times out of 10, I promise you, it's not as bad as it seems. Even if it is, there's always a way to bounce back. So just start. Just start. So the third strategy to get you to stop procrastinating is you don't have to like it, just do it. To achieve a goal, your level of motivation does not have to be high. Your level of motivation does not have to be at a 10. You can be at a 1, a 1.5, a 2. That's still enough to get you moving. We can do things even when we don't feel like it. Once you start something, once you start it, the motivation is going to come. So don't just say that you don't feel like it and you don't just do it. Do it because you don't feel like it. And once you get in that momentum, the motivation is going to come. So your motivation is going to move from a 2 to maybe a 5. Why? Because you started moving. You started motivating yourself through your actions, not through your words, not by your thoughts, but by your actions. So even if you don't feel like it, just do it. Just do it. All right, and number 4 is to break tasks into smaller chunks. When you break a goal down in smaller chunks, it's less intimidating. It makes you less of a worry. So let's say, for instance, you have a goal of starting a blog. Instead of just waiting one day and just say, boom, I'm going to start this blog, how about you go ahead and you research what type of blog you want to start? What subject should I talk about? Okay, write that. Okay, then now next step. you do your research on which platform am I going to start this blog on. So I'm going to Google the different types of blog platform and see which one is best for me. Okay. The next step, setting up the blog. Okay. The next step, creating content for this blog. The next step is to set up your social. See, when you set things up in smaller portions, it is less intimidating for you. It's more reachable. So the fifth strategy is to don't get stuck in fear or try to make it perfect. Remind yourself to be reasonable about the expectations that you want for yourself and for others. Don't allow yourself to try to become overwhelmed of making stuff perfect, because it's never going to be perfect. So you have to be gentle with yourself. You have to, and you have to show kindness and compassion, and have the understanding that whatever it is that you're working towards, it's not going to be perfect. As long as you start, it's not going to be perfect. But the thing is, you have to keep going, and once you keep going, that's when you perfect it. So don't wait. Don't allow yourself to sit and ponder in why things are not perfect, because it will never be perfect, especially on the first go round. That's where it comes in practice, putting in work. And so until you continue to put in that work right off the back, don't expect it to be perfect. Just keep going. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Okay. So number 6 is to think ahead and create a if-then plan. Prepare ahead for what you're going to do when the goings get tough. When creating a if-then plan, it allows you to shift the focus from I can't to I will, or I don't want to yes, I will do this. So when creating an if-then plan, it allows you to say, if I'm doing this and I don't feel good, or I get bored, okay, then my if-then plan is I would step away from this. I would take a break. I would breathe for 5 minutes, stretch for 5 minutes, and then I'll come back to it. So allow yourself to make a plan, because you're going to get bored. You're going to be unmotivated, because now you're playing mental games with yourself. So at this point is I'm going to create this plan. So if I feel this emotion, I know what to do, because I'm going to go to this plan and it says to do this. So when creating a plan, it guides you along the way, instead of just being out here and not knowing. It guides you. So create a plan so it can guide you, okay? And the last thing is to invest in your well-being as you progress. Okay? Remember to invest in yourself, because you are your most prized asset. So take care of your well-being. Drink a lot of water. Get some vitamin D. Make sure you're eating healthy. Make sure you're exercising. Do whatever that you have to do to take care of yourself, because if you're not feeling well, if you're not taking care of yourself, how can you produce anything good if you're not feeling good? If you're not taking care of your well-being, how can you produce healthy things? It doesn't make any sense. So you can't. So the last thing is to remember to take care of yourself. You are your number one prize asset. You. Because we need you. You need you in order to produce the life that you want to live. So take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. So that is it, guys. So that was the 7 strategies to help you stop procrastinating, to get you unstuck, and to get you to staying on track. If you stayed this long to the end, thank you guys so much. Make sure you click the like button. Make sure you comment below how you feel about this video. Comment below some of the things that you're going to do to help you to get where you want to be. For you, not for anyone else, for you. Okay, make sure you guys subscribe, because I have more videos on the way. Thank you guys.